Friday, Friday, it's Friday.
Thank goodness it's Friday.
What's up, everybody? It's
What's
Friday.
happening, Ted? Oh, let me turn down my YouTuber.
Yeah.
All right, who we got in here? What's up, Ted? What's up, 351
Good
Cleveland?
351. Let's do this right off the bat. Paste it,
Putting up the link.
post it. Yeah, then I'm gonna pin it to the top. Oh, can I not pin it? I thought I could pin that. Why can I not pin it?
What? Pin it to the top?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Oh, I don't know if you can or not.
But ain't the right. Well, here's the one I want anyway. Put user in timeout, block user. No, I ain't gonna block me. What's up, Doc?
Not much, man. Had a blast Wednesday.
Oh, I can do it on my phone, probably.
Sorry for the interruption.
Sorry for interruption. I'm sorry. I'm thinking as you're talking. You had a blast. What?
On Wednesday when we went fishing.
Yeah, that was fun. It was way hot though.
Oh my God, that was.
Yeah, it got. Ashley, yeah, it got warm, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Good evening, Ashley.
In the comments, it was Railroader or somebody was talking about how he standing it in the heat. And I said, I poured ice water on the carpet and stood on it. And he said, that's a great idea. And it was a great idea.
Yeah, I actually have that footage of mine where I was like Florida ice fishing. I'm gonna put that in my video. I was working all day today on that channel trailer, just dealing with thanks, Ted, with the After Effects and stuff and messing around with that.
And we got big storms around, so if internet, everything kind of gets wicky whack, just bear with us.
Yeah,
Our power got knocked off a while ago, killed everything, and took forever. Power wasn't off long, but took internet a long time to boot back up.
Yeah, ours went out. It went out. It was out for like 30 seconds, came back on, and then it took a little while for the internet to come back over here, and finally got it back up and running. And then that's when I posted the trailer. But I'm like looking out the window back here. I mean, there's still really dark clouds. I'm surprised it's still this this bad, this late.
All right.
That's pretty cool, Cleveland. 351 Cleveland. I had a friend, Terry Miller, that drove a Gran Torino. That thing was souped up and hot. But that's one heck of a motor right there. That's a pretty stout motor.
That's what I was going to say. Ever since 351 Cleveland, I've seen him around for a while. I had a Gran Torino, about a 73 or 4, but it was a 4-door. Had a 351 Cleveland in it. That's what I think of every time he posts that. Or he said, anytime I see his name. But
It
I'll tell you.
reminds me of when I went to automotive class and I helped a guy redo his 351 Cleveland. I had a 307 Chevy Nova and I redid it. That's pretty cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it don't matter. Too bad I look like a transformer, got a brace and found out that I may need surgery on my arm.
Oh, yeah.
Dang, Ted, it's from them crazy hook sets you do.
Gonna keep eating, yeah. We can't see you.
Go ahead, Ashley. Yeah, as long as we don't have to watch. Eat away.
Yep.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, there's Mater Man. You seen his short videos? Him and his grandpa, I think, are growing tomatoes. Oh, Jake's he's done a couple shorts out there showing them maters growing.
Nice.
Sun growing. Mine are already starting to turn.
My congestion's almost gone.
Yeah, if you notice the video, I kind of cut it out pretty good. There was a whole lot of snorting in the video.
I know. I was looking through my footage and I'm like, oh my God. Like all day, I'm like, just.
Y'all. And like I said, yours are right at your camera. Mine are those in the background, you know.
I know. Yeah. Mine are like right there on the camera. It was, and it was funny. When we did, when I watched like the intro and stuff on yours, I was like, man, like I didn't realize I sounded that congested.
Oh yeah, when you're talking in the intro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even when I was editing it, you're all like, "Hey guys, how are you?"
Yeah, I couldn't believe it was that bad. And then I went back and watched mine, and I was like, okay, I sound congested, but not as bad as I did in John's. I
And
don't know what happened there.
and the part later where I kind of talk about it being so hot, and you're sitting in the boat, just kind of wiping your head.
Oh, when I had my hat off and I'm like this.
Oh, you could tell you was having one of them rough moments you had a couple times.
Oh, no, I mean it was when we got home, and I was watching the news. They said it was 91 up there where we were, which was 2 degrees away from the record set back in like 1980 something.
Yeah. Well, you saw in the video and you were there, that water sitting on top of that grass mat was 100
degrees.
Which now once you, I hope everybody don't think it was all that, but now the rest of it was like 89, 88, 89 when we got over in
Yeah.
3 foot. I wish I screenshot that.
I had a 71 Nova with a 307 motor in it.
Are you there, Doc?
Yeah, I'm here.
You froze a couple times. I can't tell if it's us or you.
You froze on me too, so just a minute ago, but
It's probably Florida.
it's gonna keep happening. I'm like I said, I'm looking out here. It's like completely and totally like black back that way.
Yeah.
Through the window, like right now. I don't know if we're gonna get another one roll through or not. Hopefully not. I hope it's over. But they said this pattern's supposed to stop this
Monday
weekend.
or Tuesday. Yeah, we know that's when we're gonna fish again. We're just gonna lay low.
They're saying that Saharan dust storm coming
Yep.
through will dry everything up.
Yeah, she told me like a couple weeks ago it was a Sahara. If you remember in that video, I said something about the dust storm.
Yep.
She goes, "Was it twice or I don't know?"
I guess it's just keeping on coming.
But we talked about it, a couple. I was gonna build a pyramid at the boat ramp or something.
No, but I will. When that Saharan dust comes through, that actually is a good. It is a good thing. It keeps the storms down, and it also prevents the hurricanes too,
Right.
and the tropical
Right.
storms
Right. I heard the news
that we
saying.
normally, hopefully. I mean, we were
JD.
day one, and we had one come through. What's up, JB?
Yeah. JB,
Okay.
Lindy has already got some gifts in the mail. She's gonna show off, but I keep going every time the mail or the UPS guy pulls up. I bust out that front door and no belt yet.
Like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
I've already been writing the script for the video. Oh, it's been buying props. Oh, I'm waiting on the belt, man. But Lovin, we got 2 of the reels and 1 of the rod, and Lovin knows. Waiting on that last rod and the belt. Did I say we hadn't got the belt? We haven't got the belt yet.
I mentioned it.
That would have been great if we had the belt on Wednesday when we went out to Headwaters.
It'd have been
That'd
so
have been
hot.
really cool.
I'd have been sweating under my. I'd have lost some weight in the belly because I'd have been wearing that belt all day at 100 degrees.
I love the reels. They're way cool. This one's green and black. My favorite color is
Oh,
green.
it's
by the
gonna
way.
come, Ted. If I gotta order one on damn Amazon, my damn self, then it's gonna come back to me for Lindy and John.
I'm
Oh,
surprised. I'm surprised when we were out there. I mean, it was a random Wednesday. Just the lack of boats.
Dude, that's
Out
the
on
way
the
it is this time of year. That's why we're glad with
Yeah.
the snow. But that was normal. That was a normal day now for Headwaters.
Yep. And like when we go to Donkey Land, he and I have said over and over, wow, we're at our own private pond.
Now you go on Saturday, there'll be twice that many.
Yeah. Not
JB just said not ship until Monday.
either until Wednesday.
All right, I'll quit sweating the mailman for a couple of days, and that poor guy knows I'm waiting on the belt. Oh, I was in a live earlier, and I noticed CVA was in there, and I put in the chat, asked him if he had any gold polish.
What'd he say?
Oh, he said, yeah, he'll send me some. He knows why I need it. That's good, JB. I'm kind of glad it's going to be a little bit. That gives me a little more time to write the script. I have watched every Macho Man intro, outro, wrestling match, him whopping damn
Miss Elizabeth.
I don't know, I was brain fart. Miss Elizabeth with a dozen roses in the head. Whap! I mean, I've watched it all in the last couple of
But
days.
this ain't gonna be Miss Elizabeth. It's gonna be. Never mind. I'm gonna hush. Forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And JV, right now I'm on the lookout. I'm trying to look at all my neighbors and see if I can't find a Mean Gene lookalike. That's what I'm after now.
Well, you're looking at your neighbors for that?
That was the air conditioner going. Yeah, I don't know who else am I gonna get looks like Mean Gene. I don't know anybody. Get Bo Wagner maybe.
I don't think so.
Bo's too shy.
You got to find like a really short guy.
And then I thought about showing my talented side and
What about John?
just play all the full of Foo Fighters. Isn't that what he did on the first before he when he Dave started Foo Fighters? He did that first album was him playing everything.
Eddie Murphy did it.
Who? Dave Grohl?
Yeah. Eddie Murphy did it. Yeah.
I think on that first Foo Fighters album, he was no, because they've always had
It was before the Foo. It was before the Foo Fighters, but after Nirvana, he did an album. He did where he played every instrument.
And who was the other person?
Lindy, you Daggett, you're on movie. She's over here in the ear going, Eddie Murphy can do it. Eddie Murphy, I know. Coming to America, he played a couple people. Good, and Meet the Crumps or the Flumps or whoever. I know, baby.
I'm not sure. Maybe it was that first Foo Fighters album because he
What's up,
played
Abbott?
drums on what was that one band that he played drums on?
Wait a minute. Who?
Dave Grohl.
Nirvana.
No. There was another one.
But I watched the
Queens of the
video,
Stone
man.
Age. Queens of the Stone Age.
Right.
He played drums in that band, and it was a lead singer from the Screaming Trees, and I forget who was on guitar.
But I've watched the video where he talks about it though. He did an album where he's playing all the instruments.
Hello, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Abbott
Laura.
Fishman.
There's that catfishing woman.
Anyway, I'm gonna try. I might play all the parts. I'll do it like Eddie Murphy and play all the different parts.
There's Anton. Hello, Anton.
You'd have to dye the goatee or whatever. You'd have to dye it like black.
Well, dude, I ain't going hardcore here. Now, come on, this ain't a damn Hollywood production. It's just them getting the belt from JV.
What's up, Anti?
What's up, Dr. Anti? I'm not sure what you're a doctor of. Dr. Love, Dr. Dre, Dr. Who?
Anti, what'd you think of that hockey game last night?
Doctor, tell me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Oh, Laura said she's trying to be a bass fishing woman like you.
And I went back and watched the, when we were watching your premiere last night, John, of the Headwaters video, Anti, I don't know if you saw it, said, are you watching the national anthem from the hockey game?
Oh.
And I had it on in the living room when I was in the back room on the computer watching the premiere. And I told Anti, I don't know if he saw it because it was after the video was done. I said, yeah, I got it on. I got to go back and rewind it and watch it. And I watched it. And then I watched the entire hockey game last night.
Good for you, Laura. Keep it up. Never give up. Never surrender.
351, I was thinking of every doctor I've ever heard of. Dr. Seuss. That's one I left out.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Phil.
Going to make my 10 favorite bass setups video this weekend. There you go.
I know it is cool, Laura. We had 3 cameras going.
And thanks to
4,
Doc.
actually.
Thanks to Doc, because when I caught my big fish, for some reason, I wasn't filming. Lindy didn't get any footage of it. We had no footage of it, weighing it, or anything. So Doc had some footage, so I had him send me the footage.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, and I looked at the
For sure.
I was gonna also try and send you the footage from the DJI, but it was pretty much useless. It was just like us back and forth in front of it.
And Doc, when I asked you to send me the clip, I know you did it in a hurry. You sent me like a third of the day, it seemed like.
It was like, well,
Dude, it was from the fish biting to me putting it back in the water, and we weighed it and we did all. It was long. And out here in the garage, my cord, my Wi-Fi is Bluetooth
Hey, Bugley.
or wireless, I guess you mean. So it
Okay.
didn't.
hey,
It
Chris.
didn't want to do it. I downloaded it in the house on the laptop and then edited it into 4 pieces and emailed them back to me and came out in the garage and
Huh.
got them out of the email.
Yeah, because I mean,
I-
it was only like I don't know. I want to say it was almost like a 2-minute clip or 3-minute clip or something like that. And I mean, I uploaded it. It took a little minute to upload here at the house, but I mean, it wasn't crazy. And then I just shared it with you, through Google Drive.
Yeah, I need- I do that all the time. Yeah, I need to hardwire this my editing computer like straight to the router. It's out here in the garage in the corner, and the modem and all's in the house in the room. So it works for most things, but I bet I could cut a minute or 2 off my damn YouTube uploads if I just straight wired it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm around behind the bar. What's up, Dobson?
Hey, Dobson.
I'm around behind the bar, in here, and I can't get signal worth a dang.
Yeah, it was a good first period. I actually enjoyed the entire game. I stayed up last night watching it. Watched it all the way to the end, and it was boy, when they scored those last 2 goals, I mean, Madison Square Garden went quiet.
I don't know nothing about hockey.
Oh, I love hockey. Oh, love hockey.
Dr. JB.
Yes, you were right about the anthem.
What did he say about it? I missed it.
No, I'm just talking about the anthem.
What's up,
last
Russell?
night at the hockey game. Yee yee!
Oh no, yee yee!
Yeah.
I dropped by live the other day, and there was a guy up on screen. I saw it in the thumbnail. That's why I jumped in, and it said yee yee, and I got in there, and I think it was Dobson's live, and it wasn't yee yee. It was another dude. So I texted yee yee. I said, "Damn yee yee, you look rough." He was like, "Huh?" And then I sent him a link to the live, and he joined, and it was funny. I was like, "Damn you, you looking rough these days."
Oh, we saw that tag the other day.
Yeah, every time, here in Okeechobee, we were driving, going fishing the other day, and the guy in front of us had a yee yee tag. And somebody around here has it real big on their windshield. And every time we pass it, me and Lydia go, yee yee.
Yee Farm.
Yeah, it said yee farm or yee something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of
What's
yees
up,
around
Rustic
here.
Outdoors?
We live in the country out here. There's a lot of yee going on. Cowboys yeeing it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm only 5 away from 600.
Look at you, 5 away from 600.
We got to do a giveaway once we get there, too.
I guess if I resub to you, you'd be only one less away.
That's true. I should probably resub to you, too, right?
I know, man. Every time I always done do it just to see just to aggravate you.
It's fun.
Dude, hitting 1K was like starting over. I swear it was.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the boat.
I can't get, I'm like at 1166, and it'll get up to 69 the other day, then back down to 63. I swear I've been that way for 2 months, it seems like. Oh, yeah, all these damn cracker Florida cowboys who are born and bred out here in this cow shit and horse poop. Yeah, they copied you, brother, man. I sent them the link to your video. And, like I said, Doc, many times, you'll go down here in town, walk into Home Depot. We were in there one day getting something. We were back like around the plywood. And I can hear ching, 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 ching. I'm like, look around. The dudes over there loading plywood, had spurs on. They were just straight off the farm, not show cowboys. These dudes were working and had to come get some plywood. And it's wild to be at Walmart and hear spurs going by. You know, you're like, oh, hell, what's that?
It was funny to watch too, Anti. Every time he'd bend over, he'd smack him with the swim bait.
Oh.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, if you look, his DJI camera was on the windshield. So I'm up in the front and he'd show me the fish. And when he would lean over that swim, several times, I'll just back up and go by me.
Then why didn't you say anything? Because I'm looking at the damn camera.
Because it didn't bite. It was just, we're in the front of the boat. It's just fishing.
And it was funny.
It's funny. What about the dragonfly, man?
Well, did you see the one? Yeah. Did you see the one that landed on me?
No.
Oh, yeah. I had one. I was sitting there working the super swimmer on the top. And my footage isn't not like yours. My footage, you can see it like come in. But since I got the chest camera on, you don't see it. It lands right here.
Oh.
And I just go like this, grab him, and then just let him go.
This one landed.
But yeah, he went.
Landed here on my face. Wow.
You figure they're in there eating those little bitty hydrilla gnats?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because there were droves of them big dragonflies.
Yeah.
But Bogley, you were talking about that. The actual clip was so quick that dragonfly flew in. I tried to slow it down and I just couldn't get the effect I wanted. So, I went to the color page and started stealing clips of it and, just zoomed it. It was pretty cool. I mean, that thing was a big old dragonfly. We get big dragonflies and big grasshoppers.
Hey, here's a fun fact. Did you know dragonflies can't walk?
No.
No, I know they'll smack off the windshield of the boat and the truck pretty damn sweet.
Yeah, but dragonflies can't walk.
I didn't know that.
You ever see a dragonfly walk?
No.
Nope.
See, that's two facts. Like, what was it last week? I told everybody about cats are the only animals that can hydrate with salt water. And now we know dragonflies can't walk. We need to add that. I need to add that in on my about page.
Did you know a raccoon can free fall from a 15-story building and it not kill him?
Oh, people's done that. Depends on how you land.
Did you know possums can't get rabies?
No.
And I think they're immune to, I want to say it's rattlesnake poison.
Oh, okay. Well, Anti talking about this. I was looking, this thing was about 3.5 foot long. I was looking in the grass and I could see about 15 inches of fish sticking out of the back of grass. And I could see the big wide tail. And I was like, is that a bass? And the front of it was all in the grass. So when it finally went through it, that's when Doc could see it. I finally saw the whole front of the bus. I mean, it was way out through the grass. But the back 12, 14 inches, I knew it wasn't a tilapia.
Yeah.
It was big. That's why I guess bass. It was, and you can't see it in the video, but that was just too cool the way it was a big fish.
Yeah, and I went back through my footage looking and like you can barely see it. Like from where I'm standing and as it comes across the front. I don't know. I gotta see if I can like color correct it or something to see if it'll show up. But I mean, that thing was massive. That was probably one of the biggest gars I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay, Anti. Did you purposely write bar-legged? Because that's hilarious. You see somebody come out of a bar, say, look at that. And especially we see drunk cowboys. So look at that cowboy. He is plumb bar-legged. I am going to use that. What's up, JB?
Did you see that snakehead?
Hey, Jailbait.
Cyclo caught? That was big.
What's up, Backwoods?
Backwoods.
JB, we don't pick on you. I saw you had a table full of cool stuff. I'm not going to pick on you. You see that where he was selling bait or tackle and stuff down in Alva near Bruiser? I don't know what he does, but he had like deer calls, turkey calls, fishing lures. I mean, he's a little traveling bait shop.
You were talking about that on the boat. I didn't see it yet though.
Yeah.
What's up, Billy?
Oh.
Hey, Backwoods, what did he do with his arm?
Not jailbait, or not jailbait. Jailbait, we're not pros. We just in the know. Who or what arm? Ted's arm. Remember, he said he's got a damn big from setting the hook too damn hard.
Ted's arm was bad.
I bet he hurt his arm trying to reach down off the boat and find that fishing rod. I bet he was stretching so far, reaching down there, that he's done dislocated his arm.
I did that and fell out of the boat.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kyle.
yeah, Ted. Like I said, your daughter wasn't gung ho enough. Take her back to show. Well, we don't have it on video. Lindy's rod went over just like that, and dude, she went over head first. All I saw was butt going off the boat.
Oh, you talking about that day when it was like super cold?
Yeah, it was like 38 degrees.
That
Yeah.
Istapoga tournament?
Yeah, that bruiser tournament. Her ass went straight off the boat. I mean, it wasn't 15 minutes into the tournament, and bloop, she was gone.
And then, like, what, maybe 5 minutes after that, I get a phone call?
Yeah, you ain't gonna believe this.
What Bag would say? I'm sorry, I'm away from everyone's channels. I'm in the middle of a big move, and no worries.
Barbarian, you're like a very large man. Ain't nobody gonna get an attitude.
We're just glad you're here. Yes, definitely.
I hope the move goes smoothly. It's never fun moving. Like,
Yeah, logs are heavy.
I mean, it's fun because you're moving to a new place and you're getting a new place and all that stuff. But like when you have to gather up all of your shit and then you realize like just how much crap you have that like you don't need. It's just like
just went through that.
Doc, hold the phone. Everybody just missed Lindy a humor. And it was a pretty good one, but she don't even know how to say them, so it don't. I got Backwoods Barbarian. Not too long ago, he made a video where he actually slept in a log, right?
Right.
Amazed my wife.
Yeah.
He's talking about moving, talking about being tired. Y'all didn't hear her. She said, yeah, carrying logs around is hard work. And I thought a minute and I went, it's a joke about he's moving, so he has to carry his log down to another part of the woods. So that's a Lindia joke, one of them grenade jokes. She pulls the pin, throws it over your way, and we'll just
And
see.
then nobody knows.
It might go off, it might not. It might be a dud. She bought some grenades off Amazon, so they may go, they may not.
I'm 5'0"
Backwoods.
Dude, Lindy's 5'0". I'm like 5'7" if I really want to brag about it.
Did y'all see Soflo in here? I was just bragging.
What's up, Joe?
Snakehead. Hey, Joe.
Joe. I was so glad Joe entered that live last night because I was getting all kinds of House of Pain haters. Some of my regular watchers, they're used to my country and my old rock. I had some of them, like Steve from Wyoming was just, what is that? What the heck is that? I mean, they were like, what the heck?
That's very true, Joe Bait. You always find out who your true friends are when you move in a new place.
Yeah, and you know how many we had when we come to Florida? I'll say one because one dude came with us, but then we found out he didn't tell his wife all this. He was just booking off for it. He thought he was coming down here. I thought we'd just be gone, 12 hours. Dude, it's 12 hours there.
Hello, Creel.
What's up, Creel? What's up, Bullock? Or no, did I see Bullock? Yes, I did. There he is.
Yeah, Bullock's in here. What's up, Bullock? Yeah,
Jumped into his live yesterday, and the man was like titty deep under a bridge. I was like, whoa, he's into fishing. I don't know what he was going after.
Lord Andrew in here?
Lord Andrew just rolled up. I know the storm. That's what we said, Andrew. If we just kind of disappeared, it was lightning or something.
Yeah. When we moved from our townhouse, when we sold that and bought this house, we had friends show up and help us out and everything. But yeah, you do find out who your true friends are when you're moving.
Dude,
and then,
we moved.
And dude said, like, you got a truck, I got a truck. Everybody calls your ass when they're moving. Be like, oh, hey,
they used to.
Sofa that, and it's really?
Cool, Kelly. Keep talking, Doc. I'm just catching up. Hey, Randy.
No, I'm just that was it. Just like, everybody calls you up because you got a truck. Like, dude, hey, we're moving. Could you help me out?
Think of us. We sold our house in Carolina, Pop passed away, so we had to clean up Mom and Daddy's house over at the farm, clean up and sell tractors, hay balers. I mean, every piece of farm equipment. My old man was into remote control planes. I had to liquidate. I mean, dude, it was months of just liquidation. Then we started moving stuff, and what was it? 3 of the biggest U-Hauls. We did that 3 times. And then me and Lindy would load my truck, and I had a trailer. I run a landscaping business. So I had one of my big mower trailers. We'd load my truck and trailer with stuff, and her Honda Pilot with stuff. We would take off, drive, it's like 10 and a half hours if you're just hauling ass. We'd drive down here, unload it, rest about 4 hours, crawl back in the cars, and haul ass back, get another load, and just turn and burn.
My arms were so sore.
After a week of that, I'd lay in here, man, and try to sleep. And I thought I was stroking out. My arms would go numb. I did, man. My arms would just go numb, and I drove a lot, but
I thought you might stroke out when we were out there fishing Wednesday, because I was about to stroke out. Cause, God.
Yeah, you two wusses just pretty bad.
You saw me when I start getting cooler water out. I'm good, man. I just got to take a break. It's not really the heat, dude. When it gets so still and them bugs in my, dude, I get kind of.
Well, I couldn't believe you didn't put the mask on like Lindy and I had, because I mean, I
could wear it.
That's worse, man. Then I really get like, me, I drive the truck, whether I'm smoking a cigarette or just got the air conditioner going, I got the window crack. I'm a window crack all the time. That's
pretty cool. You, Kyle, jumping off that cliff. Reminded us of some of our places that we used to jump off of back home in North Carolina.
All right, Creel, we're going to move tomorrow. We're just going to take it down the road and bring it right back.
No, and what's up, Creel?
Oh, Jailbait, Lonk is one of Doc's students. Doc's at Coastal Fever is a teacher, and that's one of his students is Andrew. We call him
Aiden. Lord Andrew. His name's Aiden. And he's one of my best students. He's a good kid.
We were hot.
If you watch when that water went back to you live kind of like in South Georgia, North Florida, up that way. He hates when I say that. But when that wind dies out there, man, it just gets stifling.
Yeah.
And then it was funny when the breeze started, I could fit my ankles down, the way our boat is, up off the fishing deck is about 5 inches, probably that little gap?
No, I don't even think that's 5 inches.
Might not be. But anyway, I could feel how hot my feet were out of that breeze, just being behind that little platform. It was funny. It's wild. It's hot. Andrew's my new persona. There you go.
Oh, God. Like, it was so hot, like, our flip-flops were baking. Like, it didn't make your video, and I don't have it in mine. We were dunking our flip-flops in the water.
And it was hotter.
Out.
Freaking water was 100 degrees.
Pouring the ice water onto the carpet.
And then we started dumping. Then that didn't work, so we were dumping, like, ice water from the cooler onto the sandals, and then we got the idea to just dump it on the deck of the boat.
And stand in it, yeah.
And just stand in it.
In our defense, this was the first fishing trip of the summer, really, where it got, give us a month, it wouldn't have felt near as hot. I felt kind of rookie. Yeah, it's hot. But check this out. Lord Andrew's my new persona. Like Eminem has Slim Shady. That's exactly what I would have thought. That was the exact comparison I would have come up with there.
Oh, and I haven't been to the beach, Aiden, at all. I guarantee you that sand is cooking.
Oh, let me tell you though, my beef tataki was.
Let me tell you.
Ray's? Did you guys go to Ray's?
Roy's. Yes.
Roy's, yeah. Did you guys go?
Let me tell you about going to Roy's. We get almost there and we hit that second big rainstorm.
Oh.
The Mac Daddy Monsooner, right?
And that was in Port St. Lucie, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I drove through that 35 miles an hour on I-95. That's how bad it was.
That's about the time we got to that exit, right? Was during that. Okay. Yeah. And remember, I got truck and boat, right? So we get down to Roy's, in that little parking lot in that shopping center. For everybody that doesn't know, me and Lindy live in the country. Over that way, we're over on the coast by Fort Pierce. And you're back into major civilization.
Where the good food's at.
So anyway, we get down in there and it's pouring rain. So I get her up to the door, let her out. Right.
Well, I was going to try to put my order online, but with all the storm clouds, it wouldn't.
Anyway.
Wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I drop her off at the door, and I'm just going to wait till she gets it cooked, ready, and go pick her up. Yeah, to get it to go. So
you don't cook sushi. Doesn't cook.
If she don't get the sushi, she got like some wonton and California rolls. So some of it got.
Okay.
Beef tataki is rare strips of beef.
That it's slightly seared. So don't make fun of me. She ain't eating dead fish. That's what I said too, but she had to show me. But anyway, lost my train of thought. Anyway, she's supposed to call me, and I'm gonna pull up there and pick her up, when it's ready. Because it is freaking raining hard. Well, she calls me that it's ready, and in the truck, it is so hard raining, I can't hardly hear her on the phone. I'm like, what? I hear umbrella door. So I go, God dang it, I gotta get her umbrella, get out and go get her at the door. So I go pulling up in front of this restaurant. Here comes this Asian lady with an umbrella, got Lindy tucked up under it, and they come running to the truck and goes, here, get in truck. It was cool. She brought her right out to the truck.
She said, here, I'll help you. He said, I get customers' umbrella.
Don't use too much accent.
And brought me out.
Well, see, that was because you know how you took the video when we were driving down 95 before the storm hit and everything, and then as I was driving through the storm, you sent the picture.
Right.
And, when I have the phone hooked up to the truck and everything, it won't show me the picture. It just says, image sent. So I can't push it on the screen to where I can see what image it is. I thought you were sending me a photo of you guys at the sushi place. Because I know you guys were talking about that. I was like, and as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, they're at the sushi place.
No, he wasn't going there.
I'm a real redneck man. We went to a $high sushi place at the coast, got her dinner. We stopped at Sitgo. I went in and got a Gutbuster 5000 damn burrito and a microwave double cheeseburger, and was probably more happy and giggly about my meal than she was.
Oh no, that beef tataki is just to die.
Dude, and you know what I'm talking about, the big burritos they sell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I fondly call them Gutbuster 5000s because,
Hi, Tina Ladybug. Glad you're with us.
Hey,
it's fun. Dude, I've had them for dinner, and you know me, I'm kind of short-term memory loss, a lot of good fun years. I've got the next day going there to Lindy and go, I don't know what's wrong with my belly day. I don't feel, and don't have a clue. And she'll look at me so funny and go, Gutbuster 5000. I said, that's what it is.
That's what it was.
How about the charcoal and jelly beans? I can start naming off the problems.
I like hot dogs and jelly beans. Come on now.
I made when we got home.
Yes, Joe.
I got home, put all my stuff away, relaxed, cracked open a cold beer, and then just relaxed for a little bit, jumped in the shower, got out, made cheese tortellinis with like a meat sauce, and did I destroy? Like, I'm not gonna lie, because like all I had to eat was that pork tenderloin that I made the night before that I brought out on the boat.
Right. Whoa, stop right there. All right, Joe, you hear that? We brought bologna sandwiches. Doc comes to the boat with sliced pork loin and all this. So go on with your story.
What? It was left over.
Yeah, okay, so what's fried chicken?
Last time we took your ass, you brought fried chicken and you started that craze for a couple of days.
That wasn't the last time.
Well, it was when we went to, where was that? Garcia, wasn't it? Yeah, I can remember.
No, was that Three Forks?
No.
Garcia, I believe.
Oh, no, we went to Garcia the next evening.
Where did we go with him? That's where we took the chicken was Garcia.
No,
I knew I had chicken.
It was one of the crappie fishing trips, I think.
Donkey
I think it was one of the crappie fishing trips that we did. That I
Anyway, we went to see. I knew I was close. We went to Garcia like the next day, and Lindy had brought chicken. I knew I had damn chicken on Garcia.
Yeah.
But now I guess I'm gonna have some damn pork loin out there.
I just like we were talking about. I get tired of sandwiches. So if I got the leftover stuff and I know it's going to be fine, I'm bringing it. But
the fish. It's so funny when we pack food, extra food and snacks. The fish will be biting and we won't eat any of it.
Exactly.
The day I throw a bologna sandwich and nothing else, fish won't be biting. I'll be starving. I mean, I'll be up in front of the boat. I'm hungry. I'm digging around finding old chips in the boat. No.
Well, we never you ate your breakfast that morning.
Yeah, but and Lindy eats hers on the way there. I ate mine about 10:30.
And then we never ate the entire day.
No.
The entire day, we never ate a damn thing. I didn't eat that pork until we got back to the boat ramp. I gave you guys a piece of it.
That was the next part of my story, that you waited till we're leaving. I'm getting in the truck, and he's like, hey, man, you want to try a piece of this pork? I was like, sure.
You know why? Because they're fishing like Kel, so they could outfish me.
Yeah, Lindy's on the injured list. That's why I'm on it till she gets her hip work not hurting. I'm on it.
But I didn't even start eating that pork until we got to 95.
Yeah.
JB, no, that's not true. I ain't really been to hell and back, but I've had a hell of a good time and back. How about that?
Hey, City Sticker Chris.
I've kept my head down and my butt out of trouble pretty damn good for 57 years. But I have pushed that shit to the limit.
What's up, City Sticker Chris?
I'm the Dale Earnhardt and the Roland Martin, of life. I pushed that to the edges.
Who else came in here while I wasn't paying attention? Great Farmer Freelance. Hello.
Okay, wait a minute. Lonk is starting something.
What'd he do?
I want to start a debate on subs. I'm going to watch the world burn with this, but pub subs, any other sub. You mean a pub sub like in a, like a.
No, he's saying pub subs, and he's doing the greater than any other sub.
Oh.
The substation 2 in Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah, it was the best I probably ever had in my life.
Don't compare around here.
It's got to be the substation 2, the one up in town. Don't go to the substation.
I'm with Aiden on this one. I love me some public subs.
Dark 30. What do you mean back in my day? I'm just now in my prime, son. I am just now cutting a good stride.
Great Farmer Freelance.
All them other years was just practicing for now.
Welcome.
Do you guys like public subs?
Yeah, we had a public sub today.
Yeah.
See, Lindy? Yeah, I like it. It's good. I guess the best here in town is that Jersey Mike's we go to.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is good. There's a sub shop over here in Jupiter called Rinaldi's. They're best subs I've had, but they're only open for a certain amount of time and only a certain amount of days. But they are phenomenal. They're on US 1. Remember where we put in, John, when we went snook fishing? Right there, Reynolds.
Yeah.
Okay. Just about a quarter mile up the road on the right-hand side of where we put in, there's a shopping center, and they're in there. Guy, he's a local guy. He's owned it for years. Phenomenal subs. Now, other than a public sub, that's where I would go. Oh, and then there's Russo's. So Rinaldi's, Russo's, then pub subs for me. But Russo's subs over here, it's a local one in the Palm Beach Gardens, West Palm Beach area. They're phenomenal.
Yeah,
but
I have to find a place that does not use olive oil.
And you got to remember, our Jersey Mike's here in little town of Okeechobee is more like a place you're talking. It's not like a chain sub place.
More local, yeah.
It has the franchise name and all. But Lonk, you talking about going to start an argument. I mean, this may be between people, but nah, I don't really care to. Not a big Tom Cruise fan. First Top Gun movie
You know,
was-
it's funny that he brought that up because we were talking about that on the boat, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I'm not
Yeah.
a big Tom Cruise fan
Yeah.
either.
We're not.
I mean, the first Top Gun was cool, but my dad. Okay, you got to. Okay,
Did you
here's where
know-
you got. Here's
Did you
where
know
you got.
that the actor that played Wilson in Castaway was the same actor in the volleyball scene in Top
Yes.
Gun?
He was, and let me explain why I don't like Top Gun. My dad was in the Navy for 20 plus years in the aviation part. I can remember when Top Gun came out, and my dad was the dude watching it going, "We don't do that shit. I ain't never seen nobody in their underwear. We didn't play no goddamn volleyball." But the memories I have as a kid, I can remember going, my dad didn't drink. So they were more of we'd go to these big cookouts on base. I mean, I wasn't but maybe 10-ish. But I can remember the big vats of beer. I mean, big giant.
My backwoods barbarian.
And they were playing, see you backwoods, and they were
Good
playing.
night, Backwoods.
And, they were playing softball and all that. So I'm sure that was the party people, because my old man didn't go. We didn't hang out on that side or nothing. But shit, old man got wound up. He's like, it ain't true. I mean, so I've kind of scoffed at it since then.
Hey,
That's cool.
Gio, how are you?
Hey, Gio.
What's up, Gio?
Good fishing with you, buddy. Good out fishing you too, buddy.
Wow. Woo.
There goes that Lindy of humor you were talking about. Just like that little.
Yeah, that
We're
Miss
just gonna
Lydia.
slide that in there real quick.
Oh, Hogan. Oh, I watched one today where Hulk Hogan put his hand on Miss Elizabeth's butt. Macho Man was upset.
Like Linda, you were saying about the olive oil. You'd like Russo's subs over here because they make all their subs dry, so they don't put any of the stuff on there. And you would definitely like Russo's subs. Unfortunately, the one that had been over here like less than a quarter mile from my house, they closed the shop up. They're looking for a new one because the rent got so high that they couldn't afford to stay there anymore. So.
But that's not the point. Even though over here they'll make dry subs, they'll put on it whatever you want, whenever you want. But if he's making a sub here and he's picked up lettuce and put tomato and all of this, and he's got these gloves on where he touched the olives and put on this guy's,
Right. They don't change the gloves every time?
Even if he changes the gloves, he's already got different gloves on, but he's still touching the same lettuce that he touched when he picked up these olives and picked up this guy's lettuce and put it on that sandwich.
And to answer your question, Doc, oh, yes, they do if Lindy is in there, by God.
But it still don't matter.
And see, yeah, that's so funny with me and her. I'm the dude, man. I'm in there. And if I watch them putting the wrong stuff on my sandwich, while they're making it, I'm just ready to go. I'm like, I'll throw it out the window. Just let's go. Let's move. Lindy, about, drive through, you don't leave the window till you check the bag and check to make sure there's no cheese. And for some reason, that's my moment. I'm sitting there going, the whole time she's going through there, cars behind us. I'm like, and I'll say something.
I guarantee you do the exact same thing I do. I'm like, let's just go. Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's just go. It doesn't matter.
And dude, every time she finally go, I'm like, it never has cheese. Let's just go. And she'll go, okay, dude, that son of a gun will have cheese on it every time I pull away. Every time.
Yep.
I know. I get so freaking worked up. Like when we go through the drive-through and Jen will sit there and she's like, hold on. Let me check it. I'm like, there's people behind us. There's people behind us. I'm like, let's not worry about it. We'll pull around. We can pull around. They're just like, I don't know why that drives me nuts.
I was getting ready to say, Lindy will look and go, I don't know those people. If they wanted to hurry, they should have got here quicker, got in front of us. I was like,
yeah.
And that's the same way Jen is. Jen will be like, screw them. They can wait.
Oh, jailbait. Yeah, I know my place, dude. But every day of the week.
If I'm going to take the money for what I want, I'm going to get what I want.
Oh, I let her use the whip, but just remember that, like on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays when everybody's at work, I'm watching them catfishing people's lives during the day. So that whip ain't too bad.
That's right.
You know, Joe, you're right.
Oh, Joe and Lindia, yeah, they're yeah.
But I always worry about, like, if you ever watch the movie Waiting. If you've ever seen the movie Waiting, I always worry about that. It's just like I'm not sending anything back at a restaurant or at like no, just
Yeah,
no,
no.
because I know like
I worked back in restaurants in my younger days. That's why I don't send nothing back.
no, because you know, I read an article years ago, and I can't remember what magazine it was, but I read an article and they had interviewed people that worked at like fast food restaurants or like chain restaurants like Outback and, you know, stuff like that. And they asked, you know, what was the number one thing that like people did when they sent stuff back? Like if it wasn't cooked right, or if they messed up an order or whatever. You know what the number one thing was?
Oh.
Take a guess. I want everybody to guess in the chat. What was the number one thing they would do to food if you sent it back?
Spit in it.
Nope.
Put a bug in it.
Nope.
Put hot sauce on it?
Nope.
I don't know what. Tell me. Put a
No,
hair in it.
I want everybody to guess. I want everybody to guess that's in here right now. I want everybody to like put in the chat like what they think it was.
I'm trying to find this comment that Gio left Lindia. She wants me to put up. It's kind of funny, and I can't find it. He just thanked her for the
No, not that bad, Anti.
What did Anti? Let me get down here. What did Anti say? Ooh, Anti. Ooh.
No. You know what?
Mass Big Bait just said nothing.
No, not toilet. Now, this was years ago. I mean, people might have got, you know, a little bit more clean or whatever.
Now, what? This is what people do to return their food, or what people in the kitchen do to the food for
what people in the kitchen would do to the food at like the chain restaurants, like let's say you sent your food back and it was, you know, it was undercooked or, you know, whatever.
Okay, well,
not lick it.
We had what was the restaurant there in North Carolina? They shut them down because of the viral video. Domino's. They rubbed it in their ass crack, and it went, dude. It went viral, and it shut that Domino's down, man. That was like at the beginning of viralness.
That's what Anti just said.
Yeah.
No. All right. Everybody's guess. No. Pubic hair.
Ooh,
I said put hair in it.
No, but you didn't say pubic hair.
Okay, just because we went and got groceries, I don't have to say it was at Publix.
Yeah. Specifically in the article, it said ball hair.
Ball hair. Have you seen the Jackass where I think it's Aaron, they tell him it's a gag about being a suicide bomber and they give him the fake beard. But
yeah.
But the real gag is it was everybody's pubes that made the beard, and Steve-O had crabs or something. Yeah. That kind of stuff makes me laugh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when it's somebody else. But yeah, that was like the number one thing that these guys and people did in these restaurants when somebody would send their food back or complain about it. It would be pubic hair. Ball hair.
Lawsuits.
I don't pluck no hair out of my nose. I damn sure ain't gonna do no sack plucking. I mean, what do you do in the bed? Like, oh, I'm cooking burgers. Hang on a second. Twing. You're like the cartoon when they pull a hair and make it twing.
That's why I never like if my steak at a restaurant comes out and it's too rare or too cooked, I'm just dealing with it.
Yeah, that's me. I don't say nothing back.
I'm dealing with it. I'm like, because
I won't get in.
I don't want no Fremunda cheese on there. I don't want nothing like that. Just, I'll deal with it. I'm fine.
Back in the 80s, I had a good friend worked in a grocery store. They would lock him in at closing time. This is before 24 hours. So probably 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. He literally would lock him in and he was there until they unlocked the next morning. He worked all night stripping and waxing the floors, right?
Okay.
All right, you give an 17, 18-year-old boy that much free time in there. Some of the stuff he told me he did to groceries, man, it'll make you not want to go to a grocery store no more. I mean, just like, wow.
That's why they have seals on everything nowadays.
And this is before
All
cameras.
right, Chris, have a good night, man.
Doc, I'll tell you this part of the story. I would go back then, we'd get liquor easy. I think I was like 18, but we'd get some liquor. About 2 in the morning, I'd pull my car up to the door of the grocery store. You remember back then it was the old slide open, big ones?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's city sticker, Chris.
All right, well, I had a little crack in the door. Now, he's locked in. And that's what we talked about. These days, they go to jail. I mean, if it caught on fire, I don't know how he would have got out. He always said he's going to break a window and get out. But anyway.
Hey, crazy hillbilly.
He'd go back and get one of those bendable straws. We'd stick it through the crack of that door. I would have the liquor on the outside. He'd go get a bottle of Chaser. And he'd pull up a shopping cart and sit there, and I'd sit on my car, and we'd sit there for hours, just drinking liquor through that straw.
While he's supposed to be waxing the floors.
Only sucky part was, I had to suck the Chaser through the straw. He got to suck liquor through the straw. So that was, me, you take a big shot, it's like, you try to, and he would pull the bottle away. Yeah, he'd pull the bottle back and just, hey, yeah. And nowadays you go to prison. I mean, this was in the edge of town, just sitting in front of a grocery store. Yeah.
Sorry, Joey.
Oh, I eat out my food if I have to send something.
I don't look. I don't want to know. I'd rather turn the lights out. Just let's eat and roll.
But I order mine rare.
Hey.
If it's undercooked, it's still a.
I look at it this way: just build up. It builds up your immune system.
But my oldest trick is order your McDonald's cheeseburgers with no onions, because you'll usually get. They're not fresh by no means, but it'll be a freshly assembled one. Because they throw onions on it when it's the stock models rolling out. So if you'll just say no onions, they'll have to go, kind of piece it together and nuke it.
I can't stand McDonald's McDonald's hamburgers. I can't.
Dude, back in my deer hunting days in North Carolina, we'd be going off. You like to hunt 2 days up in this game lands, up in the mountains. I would literally buy 10 cheeseburgers from McDonald's, cram them down in my backpack, and dude, that was weekend. That was food for the weekend. Breakfast, lunch, midnight snack.
Now, I love me a Whopper. Fight me on that one. I love me a Whopper.
I do too, but
Whopper, 10 times better than any McDonald's hamburger you can ever have.
Okay, yeah, but back the story up. You can't shove 10 Whoppers in a backpack. That's going to be a mess from hell. McDonald's cheeseburgers are mobile food, man. You can put them in your pocket.
Because it's not real meat.
That's
you put
true.
them in your back pocket.
Another fun fact. Did you know that the size of the Happy Meal cheeseburger that they give the children now?
That's what Lindy eats.
Okay. That was the original size of the normal hamburger that they sold when McDonald's opened.
Right.
So congratulations, Fat America. Here you go.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle, you talk about, McDonald's is the worst. Oh, yeah, if I was going to get some food to eat.
Damn it, Joe! You're wrong!
I wouldn't go to McDonald's. But if I'm starving, getting on the boat, what's Joe doing?
He said the Big Mac is greater than the Whopper.
Yeah. Okay, let's say bye to JV.
See you, JV.
Good night, JV.
Amanda's not been in here yet.
But yeah, Dark 30 McDonald's, and I don't go to McDonald's or get any other food. If I need instant food now to go, I go just grab a bunch of cheeseburgers.
I get the kids' meal with the chicken nuggets and the apple slices and the French fries. And let me tell you one thing: when you go through the
I like Arby's too. I don't know why people hate on Arby's.
I like Arby's.
Dude, Arby's rocks.
What were you saying, Lindy?
McDonald's, when you go through the drive-thru and you order a kid's meal, and she'll ask you, do you want French fries or apple slices?
That's our big argument here.
It says on there French fries and apple slices. Not
Yes.
or.
Yep.
Not all. I get both.
Yeah, here late, and it's just been lately. They'll ask you fries or apple slices. I guess because most people don't. Lindy gets the apple slices and the fries. She wants them.
Well, yeah, no, our girls do too.
Yeah.
Because it says, because on the thing, like when the girls go, on the very rare occasion that they do go through McDonald's, because, I don't know, Avery's weird, man. She's not the normal, like, kid eater. Like, she doesn't like McDonald's chicken nuggets, like, any of that. But when they do go through McDonald's, she, every now and again, she'll be in the mood for, like, a cheeseburger. She'll get it, and she wants the fries because she likes to dip her fries in ranch. She likes fries with ranch, and then she wants her apple slices. And on the thing it says, and apple slices.
Right.
Exactly.
So they always ask Jen, fries or apple slices? And she's like, it comes with both. I'll have them both.
Yeah, Jeremy, we got one right here in town. It's a pretty happening little spot, Arby's. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. Get that extra horseradish sauce on there.
See, I got a thing with lettuce. If it's not straight, like fresh lettuce off the head, I love it. But I can taste whatever they put on lettuce to make it stay green, the freshness. Dude, I can taste that. Like on a Big Mac, if I can get it without lettuce, I love it, which I can eat it either way. But I can taste. Same with like Subway, where they put that lettuce is just wrong, man. Well, come on down, Jeremy. When you come down crappie fishing, we'll go hit the Arby's. We'll get you a couple beef and cheddars. Whoa, that's big thunder.
That's a big lightning. That's what I said.
Oh, I missed the lightning. I just hear the thunder.
Did you guys just get a strike?
Okay, Gio, Taco Hell. Our daughter, Jamie, she's freshly 30
Oh,
years
no.
old.
Here we go with the Taco Bell debate.
That girl,
You're right. You're
she
right, Joe.
absolutely loves. Yes, the original chicken sandwich at Burger King is my favorite above everything.
Yep.
The saltiness of it. It's salty.
And then you get extra mayo.
Yes.
You get extra mayo and you put it on there, the bomb.
Now back to Jamie and her taco. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen
Just say Taco Bell.
She's a pretty little girl and all, but she eats it all the time. Whines about her belly being upset. When she was staying here before she moved over with John, she was at work, called me and said, I'm going to leave work. My belly is upset. I'm coming home. I'm like, okay. She goes, I'm going to swing by Taco Bell on the way. I'm like, okay. Oh, okay, Jailbait. You was talking about story time earlier. I do enjoy your stories, and I would do a story time, but man, I can't self-edit myself enough for that. I call them boat stories. Come fishing with us. The boat stories are the good stories. Speaking of which, Doc, I noticed in the video I made with us, if people watch videos like I do, I'm the guy that goes through and dissects it and watches in the background. I'm looking for stuff. There's one clip where you hear me say, the guy ain't put up but two videos in months. And that's all you hear me say. And I'm like, well, somebody listening will know. Because, that's what all YouTubers do, I'm sure. When you get a couple of them together, you start talking about all the rest of them. Well, that's what I do. And Doc,
I know I'm going to have to edit out a whole bunch of stuff.
Wait a minute. And I know Doc does it too. I know Joe does it too. I know James at Cranking and Yeah, because I've done it with all of them. I know Ted does it. We've not got to do it face to face, but yeah, man, that's your favorite pastime. Talk about everybody else.
Hold on. Put up Creels. I would say McDonald's has the best fries.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Now that they've got the freshness guarantees, even better.
No, that's Wendy's.
I think McDonald's has it as well. Okay, I must be wrong.
See, we don't have Hardee's down here. And I remember I remember when I lived in Tennessee, eating at Hardee's, and I really liked Hardee's up there in Tennessee, but we don't have it down here.
There's one up there.
Yeah,
It's orange.
They claim it is. They ain't got no signs for it no more. There was one up there at that truck stop where we turn and go towards Headwaters.
Hold on. What did Anti say? I trump olive with a cooked fresh, please. Double Western cheeseburger, fries instead of rings.
Yeah, he mentioned that earlier, that you could ask at all these restaurants. But remember my story, Anti. I'm the guy that's like, get it, let's go, let's roll, let's move, get it. So I'm not much of a waiter. I'm a terrible waiter, actually.
Now, see, we were talking about Taco Bell earlier. Here's the problem. Here's a problem I have with Taco Bell.
I am a mean girl.
Here's a problem I have with Taco Bell. Okay, I think it was a couple weeks ago. We're ordering Taco Bell. The girls want Taco Bell. The girls like the cheese roll-ups. Kinsley likes soft taco, all that. I look on their website because Jen was picking up Kinsley from dance. On the website, it says chili cheese burrito. Okay, the greatest thing Taco Bell has ever made that I love, and it's on the goddamn website. Okay, it's on there. It's on there. I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus, it's there. Let's go. Okay, I told Jen, I was like, I want 5. I want 5 chili cheese burritos. I don't care what happens to me in the middle of the night, in the morning. If we have to go to the doctor later on, it doesn't matter. I'm eating 5 of these things. So she gets there. Nope. The kid says, we don't have the stuff to make it. You son of a bitch. Are you serious? No, it's on your website. Oh, I was so pissed off. So, like, Taco Bell can, right there, like.
See,
I went there probably 2 years ago during the COVID or right after the COVID. They ran out of hamburger meat.
You were out of hamburger meat. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been through Taco Bell before. We're like, we're out of ground meat. How do you run out of your Taco Bell? Like, you might be out of ground meat. Just use the kangaroo meat that you normally use and put it in the damn taco and feed that to me.
Oh, jailbait.
In the morning.
We call that the COVID corral. Yeah, I'm not a big.
See,
a buddy of mine
knows. Carl knows.
A buddy of mine told me that whatever they wash the plates in at Golden Corral blow his belly up, because he can go in there and eat all that junky stuff and blow it up, eat a salad and blow it up. He said, I bet I can go in there and just lick a freaking plate and it'll blow me clean up.
I haven't eaten at a Golden Corral in years. And there's one off 441 in Okeechobee out here.
Yeah, now there's one in town. Now we have come back like from Donkeyland, and if it's late, everything is closed. I mean, it is. You know this town.
Oh, yeah.
Roll through there and it happened to be open and running and get a to-go box, pile it up, weigh it, and get. But then I can kind of, mine's mostly salad rolls, and I got a thing for Golden Corral tuna fish. I mean, yes, it's heavy. Like your meal costs $18 and it's 5 rolls and a pile of tuna fish, but it's good.
I thought the Golden Corral was the bathroom.
Y'all got
no. Hey, jailbait, get me started on that chili cheese burrito, man.
Jailbait.
Call him JB, man. That's what I got. I got so uncomfortable saying jailbait all the time, so I just started calling him JB.
Yeah, I get fired up. Like when they say the chili cheese burrito is there and it's not there, I am willing to go into a Taco Bell and fight everyone that works there. And maybe a couple of customers.
Creole JB gonna find out one day.
Don't mess with me and my chili cheese burrito, man. Like that's all I personally like. Taco Bell has 3 things. They have a burrito, a taco, and nachos. That's it. Everything else is just a concoction of all 3 of those things.
Right. I like the nachos.
And the chili cheese burrito is the best concoction of what they have.
That's all Mexican food is it's the same food, just rearranged.
Exactly.
And then if you go from flour tortilla to corn, you can double everything. I mean, it's the same menagerie. What's up, fluff and stuff?
Let Carl.
JB, you never know what you're going to get when you jump into one of our lives. We might talk fishing. We might go all night talking about ball hair on steaks at restaurants. You never know.
Let's change it up. Breakfast fast food. Hardee's gravy biscuits are at the top for, I guess, you two.
Yeah.
Both
with a side of bacon.
Bojangles.
I've never had them because we don't have Hardee's.
Dude, Bojangles Cajun filet biscuit with cheese would be number 2, and we don't have any of those anymore. They're all back in North Carolina.
Or the Bojangles sausage and egg biscuit was pretty good.
Well, so is fish. Your point. See, Anti, I've done forgot what I was saying, so I have no clue what you mean.
See, I am not a big breakfast person. I don't eat breakfast very often. My breakfast is usually coffee, like straight black coffee. That's my breakfast.
Huddle House.
But one of my if I do have biscuits and gravy, bacon, eggs, that's my go-to. And I love places that have phenomenal biscuits and gravy. We've got a place up in Jupiter that has phenomenal biscuits and gravy.
All right, Ted's from Pennsylvania. Let me tell you my biscuits and gravy story. You know, North Carolina boy, grew up.
But I will make some good biscuits and gravy. I'm just going to throw that out there, John.
Who?
Story.
Who?
I do. I make phenomenal biscuits and gravy.
All right, let me give you this. I grew up North Carolina. Well, not grew up. North Carolina, Southern. Biscuits and gravy. It's white gravy, you know, chunks of sausage in it on biscuits. For work, we went to Pennsylvania, went to Gettysburg. They bought a business out. I got to ride with the truck driver dude. You know, we rode up there in his truck. Whipped some side of the road, damn truck stop breakfast thing. I order biscuits and gravy. Dude, the lady brings me that plate and sets it down. I take a bite. I go to raising hell. I said, you people have spilt bug spray in this. And I was not making up what was wrong with it. That's what it tasted like. You had sprayed it with I mean, it had a weird. So she takes it back, apologizes, brings me another fresh plate. Dude, I take one bite and I'm like, oh my God, it's in everything. The truck driver dude who drives up north and all a lot reaches across with his fork, gets a big old bite and goes, nah, that's how they make it. I was like, and never tried that again. I don't know what in the hell they brought out there twice. Now, my mom used to make the red eye gravy and every kind of gravy you can, whatever that woman brought me in Pennsylvania, I don't know what that stuff was. Oh, Waffle House. And when the Waffle House isn't good, the windows are all wet from being so cold in there and the windows are sweated wet. That's a good Waffle House.
This is always a fun debate. Waffle House or IHOP?
IHOP if you're going out to have a meal. Waffle House if you on the road, son. Yeah. That's road food. Yeah.
I just remember.
What's up, Freezer Bound? What's up, Shane Flint? Smothered and covered. Oh yeah.
What's up, Freezer Bound?
Freezer Bound.
If we go to
that fluff and stuff.
See, Waffle House, I'll get cheese and eggs. Oh, that stuff's my weakness, boy.
I just remember when I was younger and when we would be out late night and you'd hit up IHOP. I just like 2-3 o'clock in the morning and you'd get that IHOP, like not breakfast. For me, it was never breakfast. It was always the greasy bacon cheeseburger.
Right.
You mean
with hash browns.
After partying all night?
Oh, after partying all night? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And when I was in the band and stuff and we would come home and it'd be, by the time we were done with the show and everything, it'd be like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. You hit up an IHOP and you just grab that. Oh.
Now, Doc, in my party heyday, so this is, back when I'm,
hey, Amanda.
17 to 25 or so running wild days. Both of us, before I met her, after I met her, we had a restaurant called the Roaring 20s.
You're right, Joe.
Like at 2 o'clock in the morning, remember that? They would set up this, they did the Mac Daddy breakfast buffet. Yeah. You'd walk in there at 2 in the morning and it was every stoned, fried out, drunk, every person you'd seen at the bar all night from every bar in town. And dude, I have had some of my best times in there eating 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning breakfast. Everybody would be trashed. That place would be crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun back then too.
Carl said he worked at IHOP when he was in high school.
Yeah.
Most people, I don't know, a lot of them here probably. Doc, are you too young for Quaalude days? Do you remember the Quaaludes?
I know what Quaaludes are.
But they quit making. I mean, they went out a long time. I wasn't sure if you were still too young. My
I
age.
mean, like not like we never did them or anything like that, but I mean, I know what they are.
I can eat handfuls of Gorilla biscuits, son. The old lemon 714s, man. But anyway, dude, I'm sitting there with this guy that he would really get trashed up, but he would always eat a mushroom burger at the Waffle House. And I have these memories of this guy sitting across the table. Just, if you can imagine a guy eating like 4 Quaaludes, which they're called Gorilla biscuits, trying to eat a mushroom burger. And it was some of the funniest stuff you ever seen in your life. It just be all over him.
We used to have.
Quick story on those before we go on. I'm at a bar. My cousins ate a handful of them. We're all back nickel draft. So we're drinking cups of draft beer for a nickel. So it's back in the day. He gets all buzzed up, him and his wife, when he can't find his car keys. He drove a hopped up CJ5, big nice Jeep. He had on short pants, socks, tennis shoes, and a shirt. Can't find his keys. We're all buzzed. He ends up getting left at the bar, him and his wife outside. So they pass out in the Jeep because he can't find his keys. Wakes up.
Oh, crab ragoon, Joe.
Hang on now. Wakes up 4 or 5 in the morning. It's 4 cell phones. Staggers to a payphone. Calls his daddy. Daddy comes, picks him up, takes him home. He has to get new keys made. Weeks go by. They're in there doing something in their bedroom. He looks up under the bed, and there is a wadded up sock way up under his bed. He crawls under there and gets it. His whole set of car keys were in that wadded up sock. So the whole night at the bar when he had lost his car, now we're talking a pair of ankle socks. He had put a whole set of keys in his socks, and they were gone, man. Never knew where they were. Come home and I guess pulled the socks off with a whole set of keys in them. And never, I mean, them things would get you wound up.
Thank you, Ted, for dropping people's links very much. Thank you.
Oh, no, but, Freezer Man, that was back in Carolina in the 80s.
I want to back up. Joe said hangover food, crab ragoon. Like, I don't mind crab ragoon. My wife loves crab ragoon. It's okay. I just,
Not the real.
I couldn't see eating that after being hungover.
Yeah,
I had some yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me, like, and that's why I kind of went like after being hungover. I don't know. Like, I like crab ragoon. It's not bad, but it just, I don't know if I could eat it after being hungover.
Bacon is what I remember, being drunk and just plowing through at that buffet, just bacon.
Dude, we used to have, in high school, there was a Shoney's.
Yeah.
That was right up the road.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably go to the doctor at some point, but I have like extremely high cholesterol because I used to mow down. Like, I would go there and just like the tongs, however much bacon I could scoop up with it and throw it on my plate, go to town. I love bacon.
Look, the way you look at me. Oh, you ought to see she's putting on a show too. You ought to see the real looks I get those.
Shoney's was awesome.
Lindy worked at Shoney's way back in her young days.
Yep.
I didn't know her then.
Yep.
There was 2 of them. There was one off of Indiantown Road up by 95, and then there was another one in Juno Beach on US 1. And I'll never forget the time we were at the one in US 1, and my buddy, he's like, all right, I paid the bill. We're good, but we got to go now. We're like, all right. So we all got up. He never paid the bill for like 10 kids. Okay. Like, we're all seniors in high school. He never paid the bill. None of us knew that we did the dine and dash. He said he paid. He's like, all right, yeah, I paid. We're good. He's like, but seriously, we got to get back. We got to go now. So let's all jump in the car. Let's go. He's like, we got to go. So we all just got up and left thinking he paid. He never paid the bill for 10 people for the breakfast buffet at Shoney's.
Then you couldn't go back.
No, we never went back to that one. We ended up getting
for you.
one on Indiantown.
See, that was back in the day when I didn't mind a buffet. Now I think I'm about too wigged out for a day. I mean,
germs.
I'd be a little wiggy.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. No.
Pancakes and waffles are good when you're about half drunk too. Oh yeah, they're real good too. But up here, Carl said he never was into the Quaaludes, but Black Beauties. Carl, you know I didn't need no part of no speed. I was wound up enough as it was. But I could handle them. I could eat a handful, man. I had buddies smell one. He'd say, let me smell that. He'd be out of hell.
I never got it. I never got into drugs. We were talking about that on the boat the other day. It's funny how it's all coming. I never got into drugs. I mean, I never got into it. Even being in the bands, I just never got into it. I just, would just drink beer.
Crazy things, you do when you're younger. Me and my best friend during high school, he drove a 280Z. It was right before the 280ZX came out. So, it's the older body style. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. We headed up to his brother's house, partying all night. Was not going to be driving nothing. The so-called ludes we talked about would take you about 20, 30 minutes after they're big old, like Tylenols. Take forever to kick in. So we jump in the car. We slam a couple of those. We head to his brother's. He sees these chicks in front of us in a Chevelle that's jacked up in the back. Somehow his crazy driving, he ended up sticking that 280Z under the back of that Chevelle. Dude, it lifted the back wheels off the car, came up and cracked the windshield.
And the Chevelle was already jacked up, and
he run up and said, "Doop," and we stuck under it. It slid up, broke the windshield, slid back off the car.
God.
Like I said, we had just ate a handful of those moments before then. Well, it took about 20 minutes for the police came. And things were going downhill really quick. We tell that woman cop we're driving that car home. And she's like, you cannot drive this car. We were seniors then. This car can't be. I mean, the fenders were mashed down on the tires in the front. You're 280Z.
Right.
Somehow we got out there and pulled the fenders up off the tires, and we drove that car back to his house. Well, he lived at home. He couldn't go in and tell us. I mean, he was about trash by the time we got to his house. I said, okay, we're going to get my car and leave your car. So he pulls this 280Z, and his grandmother, who lived next door's carport, run over to his mom and daddy, opened the door, said, my car messed up. We're going to John's car. Bye. Closed the door, and we rolled out. Later, I found out his daddy later on said, wonder what he did to his car. Walks around Granny's house. Dude, that thing was flat. But see, that was before cell phones. We didn't have to deal with it till the next day.
Yep. And there was no video evidence or no picture evidence of anything.
And see, I tell stories like my kids, even them, and they're like running out of gas, man. I've ran out in some desolate places on interstate, and I talk about having to walk, spending 4 hours in the wee hours of the morning drunk walking up interstate. Why didn't you call somebody? There wasn't a damn payphone nowhere.
Yeah.
What's a payphone?
We were going up to Daytona for I believe it was the back then it was a Firecracker 400.
Right.
The July race up in Daytona. And we were in my buddy's RV. And we were towing this big trailer that we had built. And then the trailer, we built bunk beds. It had like a window shaker AC. It was like just another place for people to sleep in.
Right.
So we're pulling this big trailer up there, and he's got the RV, which Lord knows how this RV, but we kept throwing belts, right?
Right.
On the RV, and we kept from here to Daytona is a 2.5 hour drive.
Right.
We kept throwing belts, and we ran out of belts about 4 miles before the exit. So, we had to get out, walk, because, that was back in, I want to say it was 2002? Like 2001, 2002. Yeah, you had cell phones, but, there was nobody to call. We had to walk. We walked down the road, found the gas station, bought belts, put belts on the RV, drove it right in, stayed the weekend right there. It was just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And you think about that. That was only back in like 2001, 2000. No, it was 2002. 2002. It had to have been because it wasn't the year that Dale Jr. won it, and that was 01. But I mean, even back then, and you think about that, that's only what 20 years ago. Well, I guess 20 years ago, but just no cell phones.
I'll tell you.
Can't call nobody. Go to the Heel Toe Express and go get it done.
Talk about going to the race, where we were in Carolina, we weren't but like 40 minutes from the Charlotte Speedway. NASCAR Central, and I literally don't know. I didn't get into NASCAR. Anyway, a dude I knew called me. Now, his dad kept stats for NASCAR, bigwig.
Right. I remember that freezer bound when you had to pay per minute.
Yes. But anyway, he needed somebody old enough to buy liquor. I was old enough. I said, you want to go with us? We got infield passes, pit passes, press pal, all this NASCAR. I was like, okay. Yeah, I didn't care, man. I was going for the party. Now, this dude drove. I'm not a big old truck guy, but the old 5-window trucks, were those old Fords or old Chevys? Wasn't that an old Chevy? The old 5 windows that had I'm talking like 40s, 50s models. Old truck. Anyway, old Walton's truck.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if those were Fords or Chevys.
I know it was cool because it was a 5-window. That's what he talked about. Some of them weren't 5. But anyway.
I still remember my beeper number, Joe.
Anyway, that truck broke down on the way to Speedway. Let's say it was a Chevrolet. He was a rich kid. He calls a wrecker to come get him. They bring a Ford wrecker. It could have been reversed, that Ford and a Chevy and Ford. Anyway, he paid that wrecker to haul us to the infield of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Dude, we crossed the track with a Ford pulling a Chevy on a wrecker, man. That place come ugly. It was hilarious, man. I mean, people were raising hell and waving. I didn't. I was in the back half lit. Yeah, I had a beeper too. I had 2 beepers.
What's a beeper? It was this thing, Amanda, that you clipped on your, belt loop or in your pocket, and then people would page you with a phone number, and you'd have to find a pay phone to go call them back.
And it would make you so mad when they would put 911 at the end, and it was only because they were wanting to see what you were doing.
Yeah.
Call back.
911, like emergency, like, what's up? What's up?
Hey, man.
I hate you. No, I still remember my pager number.
I don't.
561. Or no, at that time, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't 561. At that time, we still had 407 down here in Palm Beach County. It was 407. 407 moved up to Orlando. I can't remember what year it was. But yeah, it was 407-885-3396. That was my pager number.
See, Jailbait, that's always been my belief. I think all the race car drivers should get their cars ready. Some are going to think you're going left. Some will think it'll be run right. So 50-50 shot, you set your car up right. I think right before they pull them on the track, they flip a coin to figure out which way they're going. And like I said, you got a 50-50 shot at the start of the race. Them dudes set up to go left. Oh, that first right turn is going to be a mother.
Oh, Joe's got his. Joe remembers his.
I just called that number, Joe.
911, where's the party? That's right. Where's the party at?
We used to be 828. Wait a minute,
What,
Joe. Are you not? Is Joe not the same area code as Vanilla Ice? Was it 9? Come on, what's the song? He does his area code in the Ice Ice Baby.
305.
Is it 305?
No, Joe's 954.
Amanda, the reason you don't call them pagers is because when somebody sent it to you, it would go beep beep. So it was a beeper. Why do you call flip-flops pluggers? It's a funny world. Oh my God, Joe.
Sense.
Joe, I remember the old calculator tricks. I bet I can still do it where it something, it comes out to shell all when you turn it upside down, man. I mean, that's from the 70s. Wow. Okay, Doc, you got a pencil, a piece of paper?
No.
Come on, grab one. It's worth it. I learned a magic trick. If I can get it right now, let me think for a moment.
Hold on. I'm sure the kids have some somewhere in the house.
Nah, don't worry about it. I can't remember it.
All right, I'm back.
I'll have to think on it. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get it right before you start.
Well, then, wait. Do I need to go get the pen and do I need to
It's
go?
one of those. Wait a minute. It's one of those where you do. Hang on. I don't remember now. One of those where you take like the year you're born and you add it to like Lindy's and all this, dude, and it'll come out to both of y'all's age. It's pretty wild. I got to remember how to do it though. It's one of the mathematical problems, that works out.
Oh,
Joe made me think of it with the turn it upside down. It says boobies.
I like what Ted said. Why do you drive on a parkway and park in a driveway?
Oh yeah, that's the truth.
Why do they call it a pair of pants, but it's only one bra?
You got two nuts, don't have two boobs.
Why do they call them jumbo shrimp?
Amanda, a parkway is like a nice road through the mountains. It'll get government designation and it'll become a parkway, like the Blue Ridge Parkway.
She has no idea what that is.
That's a road that goes through the Blue Ridge.
Mountains. Blue Ridge.
Okay,
Mountains.
this is misconfusing that calls a damn jacket a damn, what is it, a double pluggers or flip-flops? A jumper is a jacket. I thought y'all wrestled kangaroos every day. I mean, y'all are crazy too. You live in Australia. You live in Australia and you don't know what means. Yeah, and I've seen movies. I've seen them clicking people in Australia.
I've seen those Aborigines.
Dude, the Aborigines dude on Grandma's Boy.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't.
African Aborigines. One of the. You sure it wasn't Aborigines?
No, he was African.
My beef is strong.
He wasn't He wasn't an Aborigines or Aboriginal or whatever you call him.
All right.
He was African. That was Dr. Shukaloo or something like that.
Okay, I've watched Crocodile Dundee, and there were black fellows with white dots painted on them. Grandma's Boy's got a black fella with white dots painted on them. It's an easy mistake.
Not the same.
Well, they all talk like, because Grandma's Boy does that to him, and he gets all pissed. Remember, looks at him like, "Here's what I say." Right? Doesn't he do that in the movie? Doesn't Grandma's Boy click at him and go, "What did I say?" He gets mad.
That's a good point, JB. Why do they have locks on the doors at 7-Eleven if they're open 24/7?
Hurricanes. See you living for Jesus.
All right, living for Jesus. Have a good night. Hurricane. Yeah, I guess they close during hurricanes down here. Do they?
Yeah. You can't get a Slurpee in the middle of a freaking Category 4.
No, I think you can.
What about at Christmas? Maybe they close for Christmas.
There ain't nobody close for Christmas no more. That would be racist or politically incorrect or something.
No, I think
I know, Joe. Why do they have Braille on the drive-up ATM? I agree with that.
Yep. And you can argue that like somebody could walk up to the drive-up ATM who is blind. They could walk up there, but here's my argument. Is that the safest place for a blind person to be?
In the drive-thru?
No, exactly.
No.
They don't have Braille on the McDonald's menu drive-thru. They won't even let you walk up there.
And here's the thing I wonder. How does a blind person know when they're done wiping?
You got me there, Doc. That's a good one. How would you know? Unless you get a bidet and you just time out, have somebody time it for you and you know how many squirts it takes.
I don't know.
Steve and Joe said, that's a thinker. You got everybody on that one, Doc.
Sorry, everyone.
Scratch and sniff.
Scratch and sniff. That's it, man.
Like Brill on an elevator. Where are you going?
That's the answer of the night right there. Scratch and sniff, man. That's all you can.
Yeah, I don't care how clean it is. I don't care how much you scratch back. It's still good.
What are you saying, Creel? Blind people can't live on the second floor? See? Got you there. Braille elevator don't sound that dumb.
Braille TP.
Hey, freezer bound, we all know that's not always true.
Later, JB.
Later, JB. We're going to come down to Alva and see you sometime, dude.
He's over there. He's over there by Steve.
Yeah, he lives down there.
JB's over there by Steve, over there in Alva.
Yeah, he's somewhere down that way.
Oh, okay.
Good night, JB.
It's a pleasure.
I'm thinking Lindy late at night. She don't turn the lights on when she gets up and goes pees. That's brutal, Ted. Wow.
That's awful.
Ted, you want to be part of our group, dude. You just got in here, son.
Yeah.
Everybody else just puts you in the category.
Some said, we just become brothers.
Come on down, Freezer Bound. I got a charter towards the end of the month, but we'll work it out. I think it's the week before that.
And yours is July, not June, right?
No, I think he said June.
In June?
FB, is that June or July?
2730.
Is that June or July, though? That's my question. Because I had them wrote down in the book for July 27th through 30th. So we don't book in those days.
I'll just make sure Coach
I'll
comes.
be in Orlando then if it's June.
He's going to be over at St. Lucie. That's where they're staying.
Oh, okay. June. All right. I'll be in Orlando.
15. I thought it was into this month.
I thought that was Ted that's going to be at Fort Pierce, St. Lucie.
Oh, no.
No, I thought Ted was coming down in December.
Yes, but Freezer Bound's going to be at Hutchinson Island.
Oh, okay.
In June.
In June, yeah, coming up. Cool. I got the guy coming. He asked me 2 dates. I'll get the week before just to make sure.
I'll change that.
I'll be in Orlando then. I'm actually gonna hook up with Rob, that Shiner guy, when we're up there, because we go up to Orlando the 27th. Yeah, we go up on the 27th. So I'll be Lake Buena Vista.
And you hadn't met Rob personally yet, have you?
Not personally, no.
I was thinking he told us that last time we fished. I said something about you. He goes, I hadn't met Doc yet. And I was like, really? He goes, no, I ain't met him.
No, we haven't met personally.
You could have made him at
No, actually, Rob actually sent me a text today asking, if he should, what day he should take
course,
up.
Freezer
Up
Bound.
there. I just told him take the regular Wednesday. It doesn't matter. I mean, we're going to be up there pretty much for like a week,
Cool, Freezer Bound. We'll put the pontoon in the water or something, go for a ride around here. We'll find something to do. Give us a holla. We don't have enough room in the bass boat for everybody, but we can do something on the pontoon. Y'all can at least come by, hang out in the SWC Bar and Grill one evening as well.
Yeah, we can definitely go try crappie fishing.
Yeah, we try it. Might find bluegills or something. I mean, we'll find something.
Yeah, we can
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
no, you can definitely find them.
Yeah.
And that boat will hold like 11 or 12, so we can golden. And may catch a bass out there. Buy you some damn bass shiners as well.
Yeah.
Cool, Freezer Man. Send me if you got my email or watch the last video. Listen to our commercial. It plainly says my phone number. Just text.
Yeah.
Well, heck, when they're down, if Rob and I get together, we'll if it's on the same day, I'll just call you guys and
Oh yeah, we'll
like
do something.
FaceTime or something.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah.
No, Amanda, I haven't got her belt yet.
No, I haven't got the belt yet. I've had 2 of my reels and 1 of my rods.
Oh, the world's gonna know not long after when we get the belt that we got the belt. I've already got.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's gonna know when you get that belt.
I've got the script about half written. Oh, it's yes, Amanda, me. Yes.
That was funny. We were in the boat. You're talking about like, oh, I'm gonna win. And Lindy is like, I'm wearing it first.
Yeah. I'm wearing it most.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hentai.
Just like fishing, you count as first, most, and last.
I know, Amanda. I was so pumped. You just was up there pumping me. I liked it when you held up your paper. Team Lindia right here. That was so cool. And then Ted said, you have a board that says Team Lindia?
That was a really, really, really fun tournament. I mean,
It was.
I got to give it up to JV for putting that on. I wish he was still in here. But I mean, I sat there, logged on, and I watched that thing for 3 hours. And I honestly sat at the computer for 3 hours and watched that entire thing and had an absolute blast watching. It was really cool. Like, I mean, it was done so well, and everybody, you know, I had a blast with it. It was great. It was great.
In its entirety 3 times.
Yeah,
The
Creel.
entire thing, 3 times.
Doc is down closer to the peacocks and snakeheads.
Yeah.
We can get with you and go some bass fishing, but you got to go down Billy, SoFlo Outdoors. He's all up in them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Billy actually is closer or in them a lot more than I am. We're starting to see a lot more up here by me in the West Palm Beach area. But I mean, it's not more than a 30, 40-minute drive from where I am to get down to Billy and get down to Joe.
Joe, you still in here?
I'm down there.
Oh, Doc's got them. Doc is on the edge of them. We got big lizards. Doc lives closer to the iguanas, but they're not far down that way.
Oh, the iguanas are like crazy now. Even by me, they're getting crazy.
We got the curly tails now. You know,
Joe's here.
Joe, I don't know if y'all have heard, you know, Bogley. Do you know what Bogley calls me, you, and Joe, Doc? He calls it the Bermuda Triangle. He says he's going to come to Florida and visit Coastal, Parabellum, and us, and he calls it the Bermuda Triangle. And that's what I got to thinking when we did the morphin.
Oh, what the?
Video. That's it, Joe. From now on in our videos, we got to do that's the Florida
The Bermuda Triangle.
And Doc, did you notice yours when you do it? You're almost right in the sun. Perfect.
Yep.
You almost centered it in there.
It was fun, Gio. I sure had fun. Even though I was down and out, I still had fun. Fishing in the rain, I always love to fish when it's like crazy out there.
And Joe, I think it might have been in our live or something. He was talking about he wanted to make a trip to Florida and visit the damn Bermuda Triangle. Coastal, Parabellum, and Smallwater Charters. That's it, Joe. Look, Joe done got him a triangle. There you go. But now you add Billy, and that kind of makes our triangle funky. And then it's a quadrant. It's a square.
A square.
Square. Add them or Shiner, and it becomes a
Octagon.
no. That'd be 8.
Oh.
Octagon's 8. Hexagon.
Speaking of which,
Hexagon, yeah.
I wonder how the Octomom is doing. I ain't thought about that in freaking years. Remember Octomom took the fertilization, had 8 kids?
Oh yeah, that weird broad.
Remember it was all over the news, oh Octomom.
Yeah, they're all grown up. It was just on.
I know, I was thinking like a quadrilateral, Joe, but then I thought it's not a quadrangular, so I just went with square. Square. But there is a, what did I say? A quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Is that like a square? A quadrilateral square? Is that where I'm thinking?
Joe, absolutely. Absolutely.
An only thing. Yeah. I bet 2 guys are all up in there.
Or 8.
But yeah, I forgot about Octomom till India said octagon. I said, oh, Octomom. I feel safer in a movie with Pee Wee Herman sitting behind me with O.J. Simpson while drinking it. While drinking it. I can't think of his name now.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby's bar. And it said something. There was one more, and that made me think of it. while Casey Anthony watches the kids. That was the last part of it. Was while Casey Anthony watches my kids.
Yep, there's your square, freezer valve.
There's your square. Yeah, me, Geo, Ted, and Boxy are the PA square. Yep. If it's only three, it would be what? PA pie? You'd have 3 times.
No, I thought pie. I don't know.
I don't know. You're getting way over my head now. Oh, they're making 8 is still enough. Man, I remember when that show was on, 8 is enough. Okay, what was the boy's name that got some aim? Willie Ames. Is that the right name from 8 is enough? Willie Ames, the curly-haired one.
I have no idea.
He ended up running with Chachi. He ended up being Chachi. I can remember TV. My parents must have sucked. As I get older, I realize I know way too much TV from my youth. My parents must have sucked.
Oh, you do that all the time when we're out on the boat.
Everything reminds me of TV or radio or. Okay, that's a conversation me and Lindy have. We ride down the road and a song comes on. I hear the words of the song. I mean, I can hear a new song and tell you a whole lot of what Lindy can't hear words. She hears the music.
I hear the beat.
And I'll say, "Did you hear this?" She's like, "What?" I mean, but it's funny when, what was that we did where I told you I had to bring up a copy and kind of read it? We were trying to think of something, and the way my brain had to bring it up is I literally brought a copy of it up in my head and read the lyrics till I got to what I wanted. Where Lindy had to think about the song. It was just funny how how people, I guess your brain functions with information. But I can see it. Like if I'm thinking of a song lyrics, I kind of picture it written in my head.
Well, kind of like what you did to me on the boat the other day. Like you say that like and now I think back on it when you're talking about like, you know, down in the hole.
30 days. I was reading it. You could about see me reading the lyrics.
You were talking. You started doing the lyrics, and Lindy is like, "Oh, it kind of goes like."
Yeah. And I do, man. I kind of see them. Oh, Geo, the Partridge Family. Oh well, in real life or the part they were playing, the real life, they were pretty screwed up, but they were all too clean cut. Wasn't none of them stoners or nothing in that time period. It was unbelievable.
But they were screwing each other.
That was real life.
That was real life. That was like in real life.
Yeah.
You can't tell me a bunch of acid heads didn't paint that bus.
And do you honestly think the Osmonds weren't doing that too?
They're pretty lame. They were being lame.
Well, no, because they were blood. Partridge Family wasn't blood.
Yeah, the Osmonds are all brothers. They better not. Well, they could have been. But.
No, I think the Osmonds were doing that too.
What, Marie she's a little bit country. They're a little bit rock and roll.
Yep.
CFPO, hit me up.
Now I'm just starting stuff.
All righty.
Okay, let's talk about Scooby-Doo. Talk about Scooby-Doo. You had a lesbian, a jock,
stoner,
a stoner, the Hoey girl. What? You know what I'm talking about? The big-haired not Velma.
What was the redhead's name?
That was Velma. The lesbian was Velma, right?
Yeah.
The one with the short hair. What was the other one with the long red hair?
We're talking about the Trollopy one. That was, they had one of every class there. Scooby and Shaggy were the stoners. I mean, it was Daphne.
Daphne, thank you, Joe.
Daphne. Yeah, she was like the Hoey one. Then you had the lesbian and the jock and the stoners. I mean, it was all those shows from the 70s. I grew up on like HR Puff and stuff and all that. You know, I was too young to realize they were doper shows. Then I got older and you go back and watch them and you're like, oh.
I get it now.
You know, you figure back in, 70s, that was 17-year-olds watching it go, look, he fell in a hat and went to another island. Whoa, I'm tripping, man. What's Joe questioning? What are you questioning, Joe? My authority? Don't question my authority.
Oh, and the homosexual driver. I think Joe's questioning what Anti said.
Oh, what did Anti say? You think I thought he was more of a jock type. I don't know. He did wear that.
He had that. Is that a neckerchief?
No,
Is that what it's called?
No, there's a real name for that. I know it. I can't.
An ascot. It's an
Ascot.
ascot.
That's it.
Damn it! I can't believe I knew that. I feel less of a person right now. Oh, that I wasn't 100%. Okay.
Yeah, Daphne's right. It was because Thelma was the lesbian, right?
Yep, Geo.
But was she really a lesbian?
Oh yes, Gio. Where if you start Wizard of Oz and turn on Pink Floyd The Wall and play it
and sync it
time
up.
and all goes, yeah, man, I've done all that stuff.
Do I feel old? I never feel old.
Amanda, are you saying we're old, making him feel old? And he's on the float for sure.
He's on the float for sure.
See, I don't get that one. Explain, Lucy. I don't get it. Now I want to be on a float.
No. No, I never. I don't feel old.
You're not saying nothing, John. Amanda. You know what the funny part is? It's going to happen to you too. But you're in Australia, so it's happening a day ahead of me getting old. So, ha.
And isn't everything backwards down there too?
That's what I don't get. If it's Amanda, is it? What's today? Friday. Friday, our live.
Today's
So is it
Friday.
Saturday where you are, Amanda?
Saturday morning for her.
Yeah, it's Saturday morning there.
Why don't she tell us who won like football games and shit? And we'll start betting on them.
Doesn't work like that.
See, we already
See,
did
you
that.
told me. See, time travel now. You get me all confused
We
again.
already did that. Because she tried to give us the lottery numbers.
See, she should be ahead. She should have. That's why she cheered for Lindy in the tournament. She already knew she won because she was a day. The tournament was already over.
No, she just knows Lindy is the best.
That could.
Now I
be
want to be on a float. Okay. All right, Ted. Catch them up tomorrow, man. We
All
wish
right,
you
Ted,
all
good
the
luck, bud.
Oh, well, good luck tomorrow. I didn't know you was on a tournament tomorrow.
And remember, Ted, before you throw
Hopefully the
your
arm gets better.
first lure in, look around and praise Osceola. It works. I mean, it works at Headwaters where he's buried, but I don't guess he's buried there.
Is he buried there?
No, hell no.
No.
It don't take much to confuse me.
Hey, James.
James, yay.
What's up, James?
You been out fishing this evening? I figured that's where
Now,
you
he
been.
told me, James, can I share what you told me last night? Give me a thumbs up. The news you told me.
I know what you're talking about.
Why, did he already say it on a video or something I missed?
Right? No, when
Oh,
y'all
just
was-
what I told you. Yeah.
When y'all was talking.
Yeah, I guess Lindy is the only one I've told it to, but
Yeah, I know
James told
nothing.
yeah, James told me some news last night. I was going to share it, but I mean, it ain't that big a deal. He ain't pregnant or nothing.
It might be to him.
Okay, I'll go ahead and tell it before he says. They are adopting Buck. Him and his wife are adopting Buck. There you go, James. I shared it.
They're adopting, but why? They're
They're
going to take
officially
him in.
adopted it. No, James sold his boat, was selling his boat. Did the guy come pick it up today, James?
Oh,
He bought that new pad, and I agree. A lot of money when you go upgrading. But, James, you've been complaining about it being small for months now, so he was probably ready for another one. So he's going to get him another one for long.
Yeah, so he's gonna get a
Nice.
back. Yeah. He's gonna enjoy his backyard pond for a while. That's a nice pond. Have you seen it?
It's
Yes.
pretty light.
Yes, it's really nice. And the catfish, little baby catfish.
and the video that he posted with his
Yeah.
granddaughter, was that not
What?
the cutest damn thing?
What were they, Lindy?
The little catfish.
Do, 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 do.
Catfish.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, sold today. Cool, cool, cool. And
Awesome.
I don't believe in what they say, the best day of a man's life when he buys a boat, or two best days when he buys a boat and sells it.
And then the day he sells it, yeah.
Dude, we've had a boat for a long time. I'd hate to think.
Yeah.
I bought it for $5,000 in 2019 and sold it for 50. Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
really?
beat that, James.
Yeah, first one.
Nice.
I bought for $3 and we sold it for $37.
We hell. I put it on Craigslist and made like all these people come look at it at the same time at my house.
They had a bidding wars in our driveway.
Dude, one dude left that lost the
Hey,
bid
we're
war.
going to take it 25 now, 25 now, 25, 25, 25.
Let me
You got
tell you
26
how-
over here, 26, 26, 27, 27.
Let me tell you how bad it was. They finally all got pissed, and the one guy that won, we're standing at the hood of my truck, like 3 guys drive off. I'm writing him out a receipt, right?
Right.
I get a text on my phone. I look at it. It was one of the guys that just left upped this guy's offer by $300. And I'm reading it. I got that receipt there, and I about had it, I was signing it. I look at my phone. As soon as I read it, that dude reaches across, snatches that receipt, and goes, I got my receipt. I said, all right. Had to tell that guy it was sold.
Yeah.
I mean, they were bidding against each other, right? I was being a dick about it. One guy says, what was it, like $3,000? I was like, no, I'd like to have 32. And this other guy, 30. I was like, well, 34. I'll give you 34. I mean, it was on.
Yeah, that was way cool.
Uh-oh.
Get him, Joe.
Kayak on Marketplace. Oh, Facebook Marketplace is such a nasty place.
Joe, you need to get rid of that damn kayak.
I hate selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace where you sit there and you list out like everything that you think somebody would ask you. And then some idiot's always going to come back on and be like, how long is the kayak? Jesus Christ, it says 14 foot in the fucking description.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Doc, do you know who Ed Bassmaster is? The guy who makes the videos.
No.
He does mumble. People like this, they don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, it's hilarious. But these people on Craigslist like giving stuff away and on Marketplace. Guy's giving away a sofa. Ed Bassmaster calls and goes through all the questions. So you got a coffee table go with that? He's like, no, man, it's just a sofa. Well, this dude starts getting pissy because he don't have a coffee table to go with the sofa. What the hell is he going to do with a sofa without a coffee table? Dude gets this guy absolutely tore up over it. It's hilarious. Like, what kind of guy would give away a damn sofa, man? You got to have a coffee table. I about had him apologizing because he didn't have a coffee table.
Oh, I'm sure you did, James. If you posted the boat on Facebook Marketplace, like you probably put on there, however many feet the boat was, engine, this and that, and then you get somebody asking like, how many horsepower is the engine?
Yeah.
Like when I do that, I'm like, I just respond back to them. Read the description.
Yeah. I read a lot of that because we have the Okeechobee bartering, and it'll list something, and then I go down and just watch and look at all the comments, and it'll ask the questions that are right there,
Joe, I've seen your car. What kind of freaking kayak are you going to buy that'll fit in it? Inflatable? Oh, but Joe, you look awful cool in that car. See, I don't want to say what it is because I don't know if it's a Magnum or a Charger. I never can remember.
Steve from Wyoming's got a nice kayak.
I can't remember. I think it's a Charger.
Own it. You gonna put a kayak on top of that freaking car on that Challenger?
Oh, Challenger, that's it.
You might be a redneck if you strap a kayak to the top of a Challenger. Joe, I can't say nothing. Back in me and Lindy's younger days, we took her 1974 Z28, which was jacked up, big wide tires. Y'all remember traction bars? Traction bars.
Oh, it was hot.
We borrowed a little bitty trailer, and I mean
It would be cool, Joe.
little trailer, stuck my shovelhead Harley on there, Lindy's little Sportster. They barely fit on the trailer. And off we went in a Labrador, a big female Labrador in that Z28, and off we went to Texas.
Yep.
Shit we did like at adventures we were younger, how we made it back home. Story with that though, dude. We had this female lab. We had her for like 14 years. Was in North Carolina her whole life. The big long bridge that goes through Mississippi, Louisiana, James might tell me which one. It's like forever through the swamp. We're going through there. There ain't no traffic. We stopped the car right there on the edge of the road. I opened the door to let that freaking lab out. She takes 1 foot out on the road, and it sounded like the swamp down in there. And that dog stepped 1 step out of the car, looked around, and jumped back in that freaking car.
She didn't like the smells.
She didn't want no smells. I don't know what it was. Yeah, that real long bridge. Yeah, she didn't like what she was hearing, didn't like what she see. She said, no, I ain't getting out of this car.
You're lucky, Carl, you're not on Facebook. Facebook's awful.
Doc, same trip. You know, that lab was black. The interior of that Z28 was jet black. You know, 2-door Z28. We're sitting in a freaking Waffle House or something eating. You know, the car looked good and the Harleys looked good. So we left the windows like halfway down, just left the dog in the car. We're out there eating. It ain't that hot.
She was very well trained.
Very good dog. Very guard dog. These people are walking around the bikes looking at them, you know. They go walking by the car looking at the car. We're in the restaurant. And, you know, Lindy's my witness. As they're walking up beside that window that's halfway down, I'm inside. I go, 3, 2, 1. That quick, that crack in that window wasn't nothing. You know how a lab is, nothing but white teeth. Just people, I mean, freaking jumped across there. It's hilarious.
She loved barking at people. We're going down the road.
Walking down the road.
And there'd be somebody just walking down the road, and she would come up behind them and just rah, rah, rah.
She'd hang her head out the window. You know, I had a Trans Am, a 77 Trans Am. Lindy had the Z28. She'd ride in the back seat and cram her head out that little crack to hang out. Well, going up through town, it's like 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. You know, that's up in town like most town. People walking the road.
Right.
Dude, I've seen her tear out barking from the car, and people start bolting. I mean, they think it's somebody coming out of a yard. You know, they just start cutting, which would make me egg her on. But what stopped me from egging her on, we're going through the seedier part of town. She's barking at people. I'm kind of like, get them, girl, get them. Her big ass goes out the window of that Z28, all right, my Trans Am, at about 30 miles an hour. She leaned too far, fell out, rolling down the one-way street.
Oh.
Jumps up, barking, chasing behind to get out of the car. Like, come here. It's off.
Was it the Red River? That's what James says.
I don't remember. It's just a long part. What road did we take down there? I don't even know. We did the North Carolina through Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas.
Yeah.
Whatever that loop down through there is.
I have no idea.
That's where we about burnt Jamie up when she was little.
Yeah.
We didn't know
with the Popeyes.
Popeye. Yeah, we didn't have Popeye. You know, back then they wasn't nowhere but in Louisiana or Mississippi, whichever. She wanted chicken nuggets. She was back. They're hot. Eat them. You're okay. A little bit later, she goes, Daddy, they're orange. And dude, the meat was orange. I was like, oh God.
Bless her heart. Yeah.
Charter, we put a full metal canoe on top of our FJ40 side slide on the old schools. Oh, I have done some. Yeah, I'm down with you. Remember the canoes? When we got into canoeing and we put that rack on the truck, we carried 3 canoes. And man,
Really?
I remember on my that little Ford Ranger I had pulling mowers. And
I've never had Popeyes. And the reason why is because the Popeyes around here, like by me, are in not so great neighborhoods. I ain't going over there to get it.
Do not go to Burger King there on Belvedere.
Yeah. But we got a Popeyes here in town. It's all right.
Yeah, I love their biscuits.
I'm sure I'm sure it's phenomenal. I'm just not going to the ones that are anywhere near me.
Understand.
If I can find one anywhere else, I'll go.
Understand. They're still orange.
Oh, I know, James. It was so spicy.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have those in North Carolina. I kept telling her it can't be that damn spicy. And she took a bite and looked at the meat and said, Daddy, it's orange.
Yeah, Joe, I like their biscuits.
I grew up liking KFC. I mean, we got a crappy one here in town, so that kind of, but their coleslaw is still my favorite.
See, I love me some fried chicken from Publix.
Yeah, that's
we got Bud's Chicken and Seafood over here. It's kind of like a local franchise. They're awesome.
Is that good?
Oh, very good.
And can you believe we're over 2 hours just talking about food?
Oh, wow.
that's pretty much what we talked about all night. And I think I'm gonna cash it in for the night because
I'm out too.
it's starting to fill up again.
I'm gonna go find something to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Now I want
hungry
waffles.
now.
Wait a minute, I want waffles, pancakes, sausage.
I want chili cheese burritos from Taco Bell.
Okay, wait a minute. When is the last time when you're a proper mud boat in the mud? When's the last time you were in a proper mud boat in the mud? My buddy Bo's got a mud boat. Anti, go back and watch. It's a little short video I made a while back, and it's going down in my old mud boat. You see my buddy Bo. He's a big time mud boater.
Bye.
Yeah, that was actually, I think.
Thank you so much for all
right,
you
Krill.
do for me.
Doc, that noise you just made,
That.
I heard that in my sleep after editing yesterday.
Oh, trust me, I've been hearing it going through the footage.
Yeah,
And I hear it all the time because it's.
But I
still
think
not
you were-
clearing up.
you might have been a little more liquidy that day.
Oh yeah, that day I was. It's much better. It's much better.
Get you some sinus medicine for sleep.
You sounded
nighttime.
you sounded bad enough when I got to the clip you sent me when I caught my big fish and we did the high five. I went, damn. I didn't think I touched you all day. I was like, damn it, I did once.
But we had gloves on, so it was fine.
Yeah, I guess. But you've been snotting in them gloves. So.
Not that one.
Well, we did the fist bump.
At the end, we fist bumped just to make sure. So.
You owe me a hug
Oh yeah.
when you're better.
But all right, folks, thanks for watching. It was a fun night. I hope nobody was really looking forward to talking about anything because
Glad you made it in.
we
James.
didn't. Thanks,
Good night,
James. Glad
Paul.
you come in.
Yep.
Good night,
Hit us
James.
up.
Good night, Krill. Good night, Joe.
Joe.
Joe, remember
Yes,
Brown's
Joe. I
Chicken?
remember Brown's Chicken. We
We
used to
don't
get
know
the chicken gizzards from there. My dad used to love those damn things.
We ain't never been to a Brown's Chicken.
Good
See you,
night,
Carl.
Randy.
And Carl, when we get your decals in, we'll shoot you some right back. I even
Yep.
got a couple of
And-
docs. I'll put one of Doc's in it.
No. Carl sent me an email. I'm going to send him.
Oh, some bigger ones.
or He's going to send me some. I'm going to send him some.
Yep, cool. Later, James. Don't be so distant. We missing you around.
Yeah, we miss you.
All right, later, folks.
All right, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
See you, Doc.